when the whole world is being stuck by the COVID-19 pandemic restrictions, I find that on the literary field, in the literary scene, there is a very positive movement, and some very pragmatic accounts have come which reveal a way, which show us a direction as to how to find a way forward. And out of those narratives, I find that Mridul Majumdar, who has come out with this narrative, very important one, in the form of insight of loneliness. I find it very important in the sense that it talks about many unique dimensions. He talks about how life has changed now from the last 3 decades, and how we can negotiate with a sense of fortitude and steadfast, sincere approach towards life. And when I'm reading this, I think I have to recommend this book also. And I think that this will definitely contribute to the making of a better society, a better nation, and a better world. I would like to congratulate the author about this, and then I would urge all of you to read this and benefit your sense of inquisitiveness in the process. Thank you very much.
First of all, I congratulate Mridul for authoring a book, Insights of Loneliness. This is, without any doubt, a wonderful initiative. I hope and pray that you will continue to keep up your writing and that you will come up many more publications. I wish you all the best in all your future undertakings. Thank you.
Hello friends, today I've got hold of a very beautiful book, okay, which is entitled Insight of Loneliness, okay, Thoughts and Poetry, and it has been written by one of my friends, Mridul Majumdar, okay, and he happens to be a cinematographer by profession, and he's been working as a video executive, okay, at IGNOU. And in this book he deals with very beautiful phases of life. He talks about stories, he talks about poetry, he also talks about, you can say, articles, which are dealing with a beautiful, lovely life, our life. And he deals with the theme of loneliness. Okay, so we are very fortunate to have him, okay, here only. So I would like to introduce him to all of you. Let us welcome Mridul ji, the author of the book. So namaskar, Mridul ji, and I'm really very happy to be with you here, and let us have a little bit conversation about the book. Okay. So Mridul ji, first of all, please accept my congratulations to you, okay, for writing such a beautiful book. And I was just wondering, how the whole journey of writing this book occurred to you, man. So could you please, throw a little bit light on, you can say, how this whole idea of writing this book, come into your mind?
I had a very good habit of reading books from my childhood. I frequently used to visit the district libraries in our district, and also from school, also having a small library, and also I used to borrow books from my friends during my school days. And I like to read books. So later on, I did not know that this reading habit will continue further, and it will be useful for me in the process of survival in later part of life. So that space of loneliness during that phase of life, I tried to replace in a better way through my habit of reading and writing, and that continued, and finally this book is the outcome of that utilization of time in a positive direction.
Mridul, you talked about, different phases of life. So I was just wondering, how would you talk about the different phases of life. Would you please elaborate or throw some light on different phases of life that you have brought into this book?
At different age or phases of life, every person develops certain principles or may like to follow some guidelines. Suppose during my college days, I used to follow certain guidelines as I found in the many biography of great people, and maybe as taught by our teachers in school and colleges. But later on, in practical life, when we try to follow all these guidelines, we rarely get success, because the world is not actually the same as we learn in our educational system, or maybe in our brought up by our parents or within our family system. When that thing you realize, when you become alone, maybe in my case, I came to Delhi, I became alone away from my family. I had a important task to survive in this world without the help of my kin and family members. So that was a great task, and every time and every moment your this past memories keep on hitting you, and there is a space. So during the whole day of work, you may engage yourself into your work, but while you back home, at the time, I was staying alone. So at the time we did not have that much of resources. Suppose today we are having mobile and also the internet. Even we don't have a landline telephone also. Only the mode of communication at the time we had was only the letter through the post office. Even courier service also a rare thing.
Mridulji, you talked a lot about loneliness. So what is your definition of loneliness? Would you tell the readers about this whole concept of?
Actually, I don't want to go through the dictionary meaning of loneliness. I have my own perception towards the loneliness as I have felt in my practical life. I do believe that a person may feel lonely even he is surrounded with many people around him, known and maybe unknown. But even if a person grows up in a family, within the family members, in the working place, or in any social setting, a person may feel lonely. That every person has got a desire to talk about the things about his own interest, and many a times the person may not like to share something even with his own family members, even with parents, he or she cannot share, even with close friends also. But there are certain things actually God might be created the world in such a way that every person should live in his own world.
Okay, so that was wonderful really, but Mridulji, okay, it was lovely talking. So thank you very much and all the best for the book. And I hope that this book would definitely benefit the readers, and the readers would find it very interesting and they would enjoy loving it. Okay, so all the best for the books. Okay,
Thank you.
Thank you so much.